Hey, what's up guys? Nate here for Sonic Academy, and today we are checking out Sonic Academy's brand new JU-60 Chorus plugin. This is of course based on the famed chorus section from the Roland Juno 60 synthesizer. It's very well known, very well loved. Let's dive in. We're going to check this out. So I'm just going to bring up the interface here first. It's pretty simple to use. You've got the chorus mode 1, chorus mode 2, and then the 1+2, which is essentially like a rotary effect. It's a lot sort of faster movement that you get from that one. 2 is the really sort of lush, more pitch shifted chorus effect, and 1 is the slightly more subtle version. All of them are going to kind of add quite a bit of width and a little bit of thickness to your sound. The overall plugin as well at 100% wet is going to give you sort of a, it's got very much its own tone. It's got a very kind of vintage, slightly dulled sound to it as well when you dial everything in at 100% wet. Right, so enough said, let's take a listen to what it sounds like, and then we're also going to just go through each element in this little track that I put together. First things first, I've got a macro here to turn off all instances of the JU-60, and I've got some processing from the JU-60 on every single track here. This is what it sounds like without. Let's enable all of them now. Cool, so there we go. A little bit of processing on all of them. You can hear that thickness and that sort of width coming out in a lot of the elements there. I'm going to run you through each of them right now. Right, so one place that you're going to be using the JU-60 quite a bit is on synth leads and especially pad sounds. It's really what the Juno was so well loved for. I've got some really simple sounding saw wave pads here from Anna 2. Really just a saw wave running through the Roly filter. This is what it sounds like without. So a little bit of reverb on this. And you'll notice how much more the reverb reacts to this when you add in the chorusing. This is what it sounds like with the chorus. I'm using the Type 2 with a mix at about 66%. So there you go, lovely lush pad sounds with the JU-60. Now, another great place to use this is a bass sound, especially synth bass sounds, and also particularly because a lot of synth bass sounds are mono, the JU-60 is really good at adding a bit of extra width to them as well. All right, so once again, we're going to check this out. I've got a very simple bass sound using a pulse wave, 1 octave down from the Juno, as well as a saw wave inside of Anna 2 running through the Roly filter. This is what it sounds like dry. And let's enable the JU-60. Yeah, that nice little bit of extra width happening there. Now, what I have done in this case, and it's quite a good idea to do this when you're doing bass sounds, is I've actually split the frequencies into lows and highs at around 180 hertz in this case. What this does is it allows me to keep the mono bass line that we have. You can see I actually have the width dialed all the way down. So we're sending a mono signal into this multiband effects, and we are only processing the highs from 180 hertz up with the JU-60, and it's still giving us that really nice width. We're using the mode 1 here. I like what that's doing, as opposed to, there we go. Right, vocals are another key element where chorusing can work really, really well. In this case, I've got sort of 2 vocal elements here. One is this group, which has a couple of random vocal bits in it. So that's kind of making up like a backing track for the vocals, or backing vocals essentially. And then I've got this ad-lib here, which is kind of more of the lead sound. It's the one that's more up front. Again, it's mono this, and we're just dialing in a little bit of the Juno. Just a little bit to kind of thicken that vocal up. What I'm going to do on the group 4, which is the backing vocals, is actually go full wet with these. Again, like I said, you've got a specific sound from this Juno chorus, and it's got this kind of retro feel that glues everything nicely together here. So this is 100% wet. Let's turn that off first. And then we'll turn 100% wet on. It kind of filters everything slightly. And let's play them all together. There you go. Now, I've also applied the JU-60 to the drums in this little mix here. We're going to check that out too. Once again, I've gone and split the bands into 3 bands here. Because it does dull the sound slightly when you're running it at a full mix. I wanted to sort of maintain the highs in the hi-hats and also not mess around too much with the kick drum in this loop. So I've kind of just applied the JU-60 to the mid-range here. And it has this really nice effect, especially on reverbs, to kind of just bring them forward and widen them a little bit more. Let's take a listen to what that sounds like. This is without and without. It's a subtle effect, but you can kind of just hear a little bit of that sort of, even the click of the kick is slightly spread out into the left and right speakers a little bit. And that reverb really kind of pops out now. It just kind of has this presence to the ambience attached to that snare drum, which I really like. So you can actually use this on drum sounds and percussion like I've done here too. Right, so the last element we're going to look at here, we're going to go totally full 80s with this. I've got this lead guitar set up here from Omnisphere. It's a bit dull. I've turned off the effects inside of Omnisphere as well. And all I've got here is a compressor. We'll leave the delay off for now as well. Right, so you've heard the dry. Let's enable the chorus. Cool, I really like that. So let's put that all together and see what we come up with. Here we go. That is the JU-60 from Sonic Academy, brand new plugin from the guys there. If you guys have a Sonic Academy sub, then this is available to you for free, along with the SA76, which is an excellent leveling compressor based on the 1176. So you can pick up both of these plugins along with your subscription to Sonic Academy. And of course, you would have access to all of the fantastic tutorials and walkthroughs, etc., available at sonicacademy.com. Great, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll catch you soon. Until then, take care. Cheers.